Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Got a little something exciting for you guys today, or not exciting depending on how you're feeling. But anyway, check this out. Got a set of premium Oxford heated hand grips just in time for the hot summer. So I figured we'd add that and burn the living, well, no, we're not going to do that. This is basically set up for some of the rides that we do that are out in the rain that are a little bit cooler. I figured it'd be a really cool upgrade to do on a 401. I haven't seen anybody do it yet. As always, links are down in the description. I don't know how many times I get people in the comment section saying, where did you buy that? Well, you heard me say it here first. And if you fast forward through the video, from this point on, you'll know that I said it earlier, because most people just skip through the video, go all the way to the end, see the finished product, and then ask all kinds of questions. How did you do that? How did you do that? Well, believe it or not, if you take time to watch the whole video, I basically show you how you do it. And if it's in time lapse, guess what? Down in the settings section here on YouTube, you can slow it down to normal speed. That's why I do it in time lapse, so it only takes up 10-15 minutes on YouTube, but if you want, you can slow it down to normal speed down in the settings section. Most people don't know that you could do that, but anyhow, we're gonna open this up, unbox it, and see what type of battle I'm gonna be up against. Just a heads up, if you guys are watching this with headphones or something, if you hear a screaming or a yelling or something like that, Blu-ray is out here in the garage with me, and he's been known to just go crazy at times. He's very vocal, so I'm just giving you guys a heads up. Anyhow, let's get these heaters opened up. These are the sports version, premium. Like I said, link in the description. Hopefully, this is not going to be a huge headache. But then again, stranger things have happened on this channel, so wouldn't surprise me if the opposite was true. So it looks like we've got these heated grip doodads. These are trimmable, I believe, down to a certain length. I'll have to read the instructions here before we start putting this together, but yeah, looks like we've got throttle and left hand. So throttle one is obviously a little bit bigger, and it comes with some grip glue. Says super glue, but I don't know. I'm gonna open all this stuff up and figure out how to install this first, because this is a one-time chance thing and I don't want to screw it up, because once you take the old grips off, you're committed to doing something. I can't ride the motorcycle without grips, obviously, so let me educate myself on this, and then we'll go from there. Well, one of the good things is these sport grips match the length of the Svartpilens perfectly, and I was just guessing when I ordered them. So all of the other versions have a different length to them, but these match perfect. Point of no return. These are going to be fairly easy to install. They come with super glue. So, we're gonna have to put super glue on them and all that good stuff, but yeah, these aren't gonna be bad at all. And there's not a lot of grip glue on there from the factory, so that's kind of a plus. This side is actually plastic. Not sure how I feel about that. So the throttle side has this little lip that you're gonna have to get rid of. And I'm going to cut my finger today at some point doing this. See if I have something better to use on that. Boy, this thing's gonna fight me the whole way, isn't it? Can't wait. So I am filing down, per the instructions, it says you can file down the inside of these grips to remove any mold, imperfections, and whatnot. The other thing I can do is grind those ridges off of the throttle there. I didn't expect plastic to be under there. I thought for sure there'd be a metal throttle there. So this is kind of throwing me off a bit. Yeah, there's quite a bit of mold release on this that can be taken off. So now that I did that, it will go on there, but it is going to go on there tight. The instructions say that you have to use the super glue. So what I'm thinking about doing is getting this tapped on there with a rubber mallet, maybe halfway, and then adding some super glue to it and then finishing it off. Just to make sure that everything is lined up the way it should be. You basically want these wires kind of pointed back towards you a little bit so that when you squeeze the throttle they rotate and don't interfere with your brake levers. Yeah, definitely not looking forward to this side. So I think I'm going to do it first because it's going to be the more difficult of the sides. So this side is definitely going to need super glue because you can just basically slide it on by hand. And I don't want that to be the case. So let's bust out the super glue. This is going to be very unforgiving. For those of you that haven't used super glue before, you're going to have about 7 seconds to get this thing where you want it. So I'm just doing what the instructions say. Don't use it sparingly. Oh, and now the container is stuck to my hand. Wonderful. That's it. Once it's on there, it's on there. If you spill anything, this is going to be your best friend. Acetone. It's the only thing I know of that will get rid of super glue residue. And I spilled a bunch on my hand. And there's a little bit on the wiring here. We're going to wipe that off. And it is on there solid now, so. The dreaded part of the process is over, putting the grips on. That's going to be the most difficult part of this entire setup, I believe. Love these handguards, by the way. Really good investment. That deal didn't last very long though. I noticed I went back onto is it Twisted Throttle? I think that was the name of the place, and they are sold out. So if you didn't get in on that $100 deal on those, you're out of luck, unfortunately. Okay, as far as wiring goes, I'm going to route the wires right along with the existing wires, and we're going to replace this tie wrap and then add an extra one here. But yeah, that's pretty simple. We're going to get it routed down into the bike on the inside right here, because your accessory 2 power is right there, and it's rated at 10 amps, and these only require 5 amps to run. So one other thing you guys may or may not have noticed, like I do, is the tie wraps they include in these kits are absolute trash. This is the brand I use on everything. I don't know why they include that garbage stuff on all the other kits and stuff that you buy. They just come with trash. They're basically instant garbage. You pull on them just a little bit of tension and they just fall apart. So I always upgrade the tie wraps in any of these kits, because I hate stuff that doesn't work correctly. So I'm just reinstalling the original tie wrap location here, along with the lighting and all that stuff. And then I routed it through with the brake, or I'm sorry, with the clutch cable, and we're gonna come down into this area right here. There's plenty of length there so that when you steer the bike, it shouldn't bind up or anything like that. So this side's gonna be a little bit more convoluted because we have this controller that we have to mount. The bracket that comes with it, because I have these double take mirrors, is gonna have to be trimmed down. I'm gonna have to trim it, you know, right there, and then mount the controller and then run the wires. And we're gonna do it the same way. We're gonna follow the factory wires that come down, and then we'll go into the bike around this area right here, just like they did from the factory. There's an anti-vibration pad that you've got to put between the plate and the controller. It's got double-sided tape on it. So that's basically what I'm doing here. I trimmed it down, notched it out for the existing double take mirror that's on there, and we're gonna get this installed on the bike and then run the wiring. Okay, I'm going to try to show this to you guys the best that I can. If you look in this area here of your bike, these wires are tucked up inside and behind like the fuel filter. And you're going to have 2 of them. One of them says accessories 2.1 and 2.2, and the other one just says accessories. I believe the 2.1 and 2.2 are ignition switch on powered. I can verify that here. Yeah, ignition switch on accessories 2.2 and 2.1. It is a 10 amp circuit, and the wiring harness for this comes with a 5 amp fuse. I don't know if you can see that, but we're gonna cut that entire assembly off, and we're gonna leave it about this long, and we're gonna put spade connectors on it and then attach it to this right here. Black and yellow once again is ground, and red and blue is going to be your power. So on your bike in this area right here, there is plenty of room to make these connections. We're gonna pull this cable through down to the accessories area and make it up. But for right now, we're going to wire up both of the hand grips to their appropriate connectors, and then tuck all the cables in, tie wrap them, and then make the final connection to ignition switch power. So we should be able to tuck all of this into this little spot right here, and you should have plenty of room to turn the handlebars and whatnot. And we can add some additional tie wraps there if we need to. But it should work out. I'm going to try to send this through to the other side so I can pull it through and make the connection to the other hand grip. I was able to get that through there without too much hassle. There we go. So yeah, now we have everything connected. I think I'll slide this one back under the clutch cable here. Reconnect it. No, I like it better that way. I'll leave that the same. Now we just got to make our final connection. Okay, on this power harness, you will notice that one of the cables has words stamped into it. That is your positive. So we're going to strip that out and add some spade connectors. And these wires are super tiny, so be really careful. So we are going to connect once again to accessories 2, and the one with the words on it goes to the positive. Now you may have to bend these a little bit. Well, this specific brand anyway. Ooh, that is a tight connection. That's a good thing. Let's get this other one on here. This is the ground. No problem. Now you can tuck these back up into the original spot where they came from. And you can't even tell that you've added something to the bike now. I think that control looks pretty nice mounted like that. I've routed all of the cables along with the factory ones and their existing mounts down through the frame. Routed it right through here and then all the way down into the bike on both sides. Everything's neat and tidy. Let's start the bike up and see if we can burn the bejesus out of our hands. Oh yeah, they're getting warm. Turn them up to 100% and see how they work. Yeah, they work. We can stop monkeying around with them now. Everything works. Throttle isn't binding or anything, and the cable is routed properly. Nothing binds up on the bar ends. This kit is the perfect fit for a Svartpilen, so like I said, once again, I will leave a link down in the description. This is a pretty easy install if you're familiar with basic wiring and of course your hand tools and whatnot. But as far as today's episode goes, that's going to be it, guys. I really like those grips. They're really nice. This is actually on sale, well, it was at the time, on Amazon, and I believe they still are. So if you're thinking about getting some, I highly recommend them. They're really nice. Nice kit. Other than that, if you guys like this video, you found it helpful, please share. Trying to get the channel up to 10,000 subs. I'd really like to achieve that goal. I've been on YouTube since 2009, and I've been uploading videos pretty regularly since 2016, right around there. It all kind of started off with Abel, and it's kind of spiraled into what you see now. Self-built snowcat, mini bike, Svartpilen, LMTV trailer, 2 trailers actually. So there's quite a bit of content on the channel if you are interested in seeing how I figure things out and how I fabricate things. And nothing's perfect, and I'm not perfect, but it might give you some ideas on a project that you're working on. But other than that, I hope you guys are staying safe, taking care of each other, and as always, I will catch you next time. See you later. Bye-bye.